Right, I'm going to talk about rhythm today. So first, this is how I play banjo, right? Right? So that sounds a little different if you've started playing, learning the basic frailing strum, and it might be difficult to go, how did I get from the basic frailing strum to that kind of melodic sounding bit? But, you know, remember, that's how I started. The basic frailing strum, as a reminder, is going to sound like this. Now, I still think it's a good idea to get really good at that basic frailing strum first, and then you build off of that, or you take things away. And while I love the basic frailing strum and it's the foundation to how I play, if that's all I did, I feel that's kind of limiting, because that strumming every other note, it was just adding too much noise to the music. So I wanted to start cutting back on that. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna mute the strings, and we're gonna just talk about the attack on the strings. I'll scooch my chair up here a bit. All right, so here's your basic frailing strum, right, with the strings muted. Right, this is how I kind of play now. So how did I get from one to the other? Well, let's start by paring it down to its essentials. Let's, as a reminder, you've got your middle finger now. It's your guitar pick. It's always going in a downward motion, and you're never going up. In my case, I'm just using my middle finger now. I'm not using my pointer finger. Some people use their pointer. Both work just fine. Whatever's most comfortable for you. And what I would suggest is just practice your strikes. And just hit the string on every quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alternate the strings. Right? Do that for a while, and focus really on how your fingernail attacks the string. A lot of folks go, they'll spend money on all these different banjos, try to get that perfect tone. But you got to remember, half of your instrument is your fingernail. How your fingernail attacks the string. That's really a large part of how clean your tone can get. If you must, get a metronome. Alternate it with the strums. Now I'm purposely leaving the thumb out of this part of the exercise. Right? Try different patterns. Notice I'm leaving out some strikes. So really, your middle fingernail, in this case, is really designated for that quarter note beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that may seem a little boring, but it's really the fundamentals, right? Now let's talk about the thumb part of it. The thumb, it's really there to break that quarter note in half. Now, it's most of the time you start by learning how to pull that thumb off the 5th string, right? The thumb comes down, you sort of slap it right on top of that string. Now, it's fun to let it come down hard and bang on the drum and then have it come off, but I'd suggest try hitting the drum a little less and focus more on having it land on the string. And I'll get to why in a second. Right? Now combine that with striking the string. I'll take my middle fingernail and I'll strike the 1st string and pull off the thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do it fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's where the drop thumb comes down. You really aren't limited to pulling off of the 5th string. The 5th string, it's nice in a sort of droning fashion, but it adds to the melody. So if you're doing that to the 5th string, you can really do it to any of the strings. Now that's where it gets a little difficult. This is easy, right? Pretty much anyone who, after a week of doing frailing banjo, you're gonna get that down. But it takes a little more muscle memory to get that thumb to come down. And that's where it's good not to rely on having your thumb hit the head of the banjo. Focus on having the thumb come down and try to get a string. Now, if you're like me, you're not going to get it perfect every time. Sometimes you'll get the wrong string. 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd. And this is where just practicing like this really pays off. Just get that muscle memory down. Then you get faster. Now, I wouldn't be obsessed with playing fast. I think a lot of people play banjo too fast. I think they feel like the metric of their ability is how fast they can play a song on the banjo. But then you try to sing those same songs and you realize you're singing way too fast. So, now you put it together. You go... And now that's close to how I play. But you notice I'm still doing those quarter note runs with my middle finger, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And sometimes I'll do what they call I believe a brush skip or an M skip. I don't know why they call it that, but they'll go strike, strum, thumb, strike, strike, strum, thumb, strike, thumb, strike, strum, thumb, strike, thumb. But it really comes down to you're just hitting the quarter notes that you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to have fancy names for every little variation. You're just following the music and just kind of where your heart leads you to strike the strings. Now when I do a strum, I like to come down pretty hard, so it's like a chop. And it doesn't have to be all 4 strings. Sometimes it could just be the bottom 2 strings. Remember, your thumb is just to break the quarter notes in half. So how did I come up with that specific pattern? I didn't. I just kind of noodled, and every song kind of gives me a different pattern. So there's a lot of variety you can do with just this hand, but I wouldn't get so caught up in any particular tabs. I would really listen to the music that you're playing and find out what's right. What's the right rhythm. So this also works if you're doing a 3/4 time. So 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now, you bring this hand back into the mix, and you start giving yourself other facilities to break the note in half. Listen to how much melody I can do without even using this hand. And then you throw a chord on here. Throw some hammer-ons on. Slides. Pull-offs. By itself that seems overwhelming, but if you break all these pieces down, all the individual pieces are pretty simple. But the most fundamental piece is the rhythm, right? Banjo is a rhythm instrument, so mute the strings and just try it out. Take the thumb out of the equation and just get good with that middle finger. Because once you start adding all the little noodly bits in, if you lose your rhythm, it's just going to sound like a jumble of notes. And that's no good. You need people stomping their feet. Alright, so I hope that helps somebody. It's not a concise lesson there. It's kind of a little loosey-goosey there, but I could probably do another lesson and take it from a different angle. But it really helps to, when you're learning any instrument, is to take it from different angles. This time we're focusing on rhythm. Next time focus just on the basic frailing strum. Next time focus on drop thumb. There's no one right way to do it. Every way that you do it is going to fundamentally, under the hood, have those quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.